It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Stafford on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll lead here to a third down. Back to throw, Stafford. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
49-yard line.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, 22! 52! Watch the slant, watch the slant! And middle. Check 52 the mark. Check 52.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 40 now on second down. Jackson. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? It was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How are we going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James Washington, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Pats have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson. And this is incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be.
you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete.
Jackson.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And a nice spin into some open field. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
A gain of 14. And a Raven first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0. On EA Sports.
Ravens nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Stafford. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. you're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide, usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now it's Stafford. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to launch it for Washington. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 6-yard line.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He's going to launch it for Washington. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
22, Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier. Dante Hightower on the stop. A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 30.
On first down at Stafford. And Anderson's got it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Complete to Darius Slayton. A 10-yard pickup brings up second down at the 30-yard line.
Under 10. Shoot.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford, he's going to launch it for Washington. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Here's Thomas on the return. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. From the gun, Jackson buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So second and 4 from the 22. From the gun, it's Jackson. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Jackson on first down. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
At the 30-yard line.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Giorgio Tavecchio on for the field goal.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the 1st. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, open man is Asiasi, the tight end. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete. Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Check, check, check. Double right.
To throw again. Stafford. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The big play to start them out has them at the 45 already. Here's Jackson to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 23. 27 yards there, a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Anthony Averett picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's into the clear. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 55 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
3 yards the gain there, second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
39-yard line.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. And it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
29 more yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score. Ravens 28. Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Jackson now. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it. It got his man complete. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. This is McCaffrey on the give. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Now it's Jackson being chased out left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before. And right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Got a man, Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they got themselves a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Stafford on 1st down. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. New England on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11.
Stay 50, stay 50. Double right.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Robbie Anderson. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Patriots are back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. McCaffrey on the counter, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
The ball carrier.
Calais Campbell on the stop.
To the 49-yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Intercepted.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Devin Duvernay with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Ravens 35, Patriots 21.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive,
Incomplete.
that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Now, a loose football. The ball comes out, but it looked like a Raven was able to get in there. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Dante Hightower on the stop.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A.J. Green, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Ravens 42, Patriots 21.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Patriots 21.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for New England, it's another week, another loss as they fall now to 0-9. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.